Have you ever found yourself asking, "Why am I here?" Or, "What's the right way to live?" Maybe you've questioned what truly matters, or how we make tough decisions. You're not alone. These are the big questions that philosophy has been grappling with for thousands of years. But here's the kicker. Philosophy isn't just for scholars or ancient thinkers. It's actually a practical tool that can help you navigate life, shape your values, and tackle today's challenges. So, what is philosophy and why does it matter in your daily life? At its core, philosophy is the pursuit of wisdom, asking questions, seeking truth, and understanding the fundamental nature of existence. Think of it as a toolkit for critical thinking, designed to challenge assumptions and spark new perspectives. Now, I know, philosophy can sometimes sound like something only deep thinkers or university professors care about, but that's far from the truth. The beautiful thing about philosophy is that it doesn't just stay in textbooks. It's everywhere. It's in every choice you make, every relationship you nurture, and every challenge you face. Philosophical thinking asks us, what is a good life? How do we make decisions that are fair or just? How do we find meaning in a chaotic world? In other words, philosophy is not about finding easy answers. It's about developing the tools to ask the right questions and think critically. Let's talk about decision-making. We all make choices every day, some big, some small, and philosophy can actually help us make better decisions. Take utilitarianism, a school of thought that asks, what will bring the greatest good for the greatest number? When you're deciding whether to take on a new project or help someone in need, this framework can guide you in weighing your actions' impact on others. Or perhaps you're facing a tough ethical dilemma. Here, virtue ethics, proposed by Aristotle, challenges us to think about who we want to be, not just what we want to do. It's about focusing on character and developing traits like kindness, courage, and wisdom. By reflecting on these virtues, you're encouraged to make decisions that align with the person you aspire to become. But philosophy doesn't just help us make decisions, it also shapes our values. Let's talk about one of the oldest and most influential questions in philosophy. What is the good life? Philosophers like Socrates and Plato believed that to live well, we need to question our assumptions and seek knowledge, not just about the world, but about ourselves. Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living. But don't worry. This doesn't mean you have to spend your life analyzing every little thing. It means living consciously." Philosophical self-reflection helps us align our actions with our values and priorities. It gives us the power to decide what really matters, whether that's family, career, personal growth, or making a difference in the world. Now, philosophy also gives us a way to navigate the challenges we face in the modern world. Today, we're confronted with issues like climate change, inequality, and political polarization. But how do we make sense of these complex, overwhelming problems? Enter philosophy of ethics. By applying moral philosophy to modern challenges, we can explore questions like, how should we balance progress with sustainability? What's the fair way to distribute resources? What does justice look like in a globalized world? When we engage with these philosophical questions, we're encouraged to think beyond surface-level solutions and consider the deeper, long-term consequences of our actions. For example, let's take the concept of mindfulness, which has its roots in ancient philosophy, particularly in Buddhism and Stoicism. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus taught that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we react. The idea is to focus on the present moment and accept things as they come. This practice can radically change how we experience stress, anxiety, and daily life. It helps us stop overthinking and start living with intention. In a world that's constantly changing and full of distractions, this can be a game changer. Philosophy teaches us to pause, reflect, and become more present. Now, let's talk about how philosophy helps us navigate complex challenges in the modern world. Take, for instance, the growing concerns about climate change. How should we balance the desire for economic growth with the need for sustainability? Philosophical frameworks like deontological ethics can help here. These ethical systems emphasize duties and rules that transcend personal benefit. This allows us to think about moral obligations beyond the self. Ethics doesn't just apply to global issues. It affects our day-to-day actions. Whether it's choosing a career, deciding how to spend your time, or determining what's right in a relationship, philosophical thinking provides frameworks to understand the consequences of our choices. It asks us to consider not only the outcomes but also our responsibilities in making those decisions. Philosophy encourages self-reflection. If we want to live a meaningful life, we need to know who we are and what we stand for. Self-reflection is a philosophical exercise in itself. It's about taking a step back to ask the fundamental questions of existence. Why am I here? What do I value most? What do I want to contribute to the world? By engaging in this practice, we gain a better understanding of our desires, fears, and goals. Philosophy provides a toolkit for this self-discovery, allowing us to evaluate our own lives and align them with our deepest values. Philosophy isn't just about asking questions, it's also about growth. By thinking deeply about the nature of human experience, we open ourselves up to new ways of thinking and living. Philosophical ideas can challenge our biases, expand our perspectives, and help us grow as individuals. Philosophers like Nietzsche and Sartre emphasize the importance of self-creation, the idea that we are responsible for shaping our own lives, finding meaning in an often meaningless world. This perspective empowers us to embrace change, pursue personal development, and confront challenges with a renewed sense of purpose. To wrap things up, philosophy is not just an academic exercise. It's a practical guide to help us live better, think critically, and understand the world around us. Whether you're dealing with a tough decision, questioning your purpose, or simply trying to live with more meaning, philosophy can be a tool to help you navigate it all. As Socrates said, "Know thyself." Philosophy invites us on a journey of self-discovery, offering us the wisdom to live more consciously and purposefully. So, the next time you face a dilemma or wonder about life's bigger questions, remember, philosophy isn't just for the scholars, it's for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss out on new content. And remember, no question is too big or too small to explore. Let philosophy be your guide as you continue your journey toward understanding, growth, and a more meaningful life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.